What is linked to 5 times as many deaths as smoking and more than 10 times as many deaths as alcohol? Well, according to a 2012 study from UCLA, more than 35 million deaths are now linked to sugar consumption compared to smoking, with about 7.1 million deaths. And according to the World Health Organization, about 3.3 million deaths. Now, the problem is not that we might enjoy an occasional dessert once in a while. The problem is that sugar is in everything. Sugar has been added to bread, tomato sauces, peanut butter, salad dressings, and even going out to eat, we are not free, as many restaurants also add sugar to not just desserts, but to their entrees and side dishes. My name is Bonnie London, and after nearly 30 years of working to inspire individuals as a personal trainer and then a dietitian, it is my goal to provide you with the latest tricks to achieve your personal weight or health goals. Now, in today's video, I am going to review what research has to say about sugar, and then I'm going to give you my top strategies on how you can part ways with sugar for good. The average American apparently consumes about 152 pounds of sugar in 1 year, and many even consume more than that. Compare that to the measly 4 pounds of sugar consumed in 1700 when sugar was rare and only for wealthy people. Research has confirmed that sugar can provide a similar reward and cravings that are also often associated with taking drugs of addiction, such as cocaine or heroin. Because sugar triggers these pleasure receptors that release an endorphin rush, and the repeated use, we need to consume more and more, just like any other drug, to produce the desired effect. I think we all can pretty much accept the fact that sugar does contribute to obesity. But do you know that it has also been linked with insulin resistance, linked with, we have an epidemic now of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which both are considered to be an underlying cause of many of our chronic diseases, such as, of course, yes, obesity again, but diabetes, metabolic syndrome, heart disease, cancer, and even anxiety and depression. Now, and finally, while at times you might feel like a little low blood sugar, which might lead you to believe, I need sugar, guess what? The human body's actual requirement for sugar is 0. Given all these facts, it makes sense to take back control over sugar. So here are my top strategies to help you get rid of sugar for good. Number 1, focus on what to include rather than what to exclude. By doing so, you will naturally support a stable blood sugar, which will then lead to naturally squeezing the sugar out of your diet. So let's begin with adding some high quality protein, roughly 30 grams per meal, because it is the most satiating of the 3 macronutrients compared to fat or carbohydrates, and will keep your blood sugar stable the longest. Next, vegetables, the ones that are loaded with fiber and nutrients, such as dark leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. And do not forget fat. That is, it can also keep you satisfied for longer as well and help with the sugar cravings. But focus, if you can, on the natural occurring sources, such as olives, avocados, nuts, seeds, or maybe even an entire egg with the yolk. Number 2, and this may come as a surprise to some people, but I'm going to suggest adding some salt. Because if you're depleted of sodium, it can actually trigger a response in your central nervous system, your brain, that will actually encourage you to seek out more sodium. But apparently, this message can get confused and trigger your cravings for sugar. So your brain will start responding to sugar in response to actually salt cravings. So when you eat your sugar, it thinks that the salt cravings are satisfied. So specifically, I am suggesting that you add a high quality salt, such as something called real salt, that contains a balance of minerals, not the salt that is found in our processed food supply. Number 3, high intensity interval training. Exercise, of course, no matter what you do, is fantastic for your health. But studies have shown that staying in the steady state and slow and long, kind of like marathons, actually increase your appetite versus much shorter bouts that include some high intensity interval training, which was linked with actually decreasing your appetite, while it can actually increase something, side note, human growth hormone, to increase while you're sleeping. Okay, number 4, increasing your water. Because, you know, often we can mistake our thirst for hunger. So if you are particularly dehydrated, you're more likely to have a lower energy level, and then that could cause you to crave that quick fix and those high glycemic foods with all of the sugar. So a good suggestion is trying to drink about half your body weight in ounces. And finally, number 5, making sure you make sleep a priority, because not getting enough sleep can really wreak havoc on the hormones leptin and ghrelin that are linked with increasing your cravings for carbohydrates as well as fat storage. So really try to keeping a regular schedule, keep that room dark and cool, and these will help support a better night's sleep. If you are determined to part ways with sugar, it is possible by first, I would say, being aware of all the hidden sources of sugar, but then purposely focusing on, you know, the diet and lifestyle changes that can really help make this happen. If you have found this video helpful, please like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and be notified of each new video. And if you would like to discuss your personal situation, there is a link in the description below to book a no-cost call. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.